Sound should be on. People will let me know.
Good job. No, move your head, please.
So the biggest thing today was that we only had 2 bales of hay at the start of the day. And then right when the delivery truck got here, we had probably an 1/8 of a bale of hay left. So it was perfect timing. So the
There is more hay 2 miles down the road. I mean, I was sitting here trying to figure out how I was going to get the trailer hooked up. Go get more.
Well, another Goldie thing.
I arrived. I don't have to do that now.
Yep. All the water outside is freezing. So we keep having to break the ice on top of the back donkey pin. The dogs still had fun playing in the coldness.
Yeah. And we know all about electric things to put in heaters and all, but we'll cope with it for a while. How are you getting water out to them?
So we have a big Home Depot buckets. They're like 5 gallon. So I took the hose that stays inside and ran it through the arena as far as it would go, and then I filled up the buckets. So we only had to walk 20 feet.
Because you got to get it back in the warm.
Yes, that hose stays inside.
Only other way it works is to run it over your head, unhook it at both ends, leave it where it is, and then run it over your head and get it absolutely drained and have it flat. That hose that's hanging outside the laundry should either be put in the laundry or taken into the heated kennel area, because it's a perfectly good hose. But hanging loops like that, even if they drained it, it's going to have one little plug at the bottom.
Yep. So that's what tomorrow's going to entail.
I'm so glad the hay was here.
Yes, me too.
I can go take a nap.
Oh, someone took a picture of it. So we ran the hose.
There's what, 7 donkeys out there now?
I think there's 5 out there right now.
Oh.
Eventually we're going to get 9, I guess.
Apparently we're getting 9. Because I was told to make 9 ropes. And I figure with 10 surgeons coming, I'll make 10, just for good luck.
Yeah. Well, I know every time Brian comes, he talks about how much he loves his.
I know. That's a good rope. Because you can handle any animal with it. I use this on the set of movies all the time. Because you could grab it and you could handle any animal. I didn't get stumped too many times.
Yep. So my dog, who is Ramon, but I renamed him Neville, is doing well. He's still limping, but that's to be expected. He's still kind of limping on it. But Meg had told me it's an 8 to 12 week recovery.
It sure is.
So,
yep.
Typical. I have not gotten my flu shot yet. 4 times.
Sam, you want some dry shampoo?
For them?
You want some?
I don't know. They're all covered in it. That's for sure.
Well, here.
I want to be done with stuff here.
Do you know what time the donkey surgery is tomorrow?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. All right. So, probably around that time, but farm time tends to run late. I chose the name Neville from a character in Harry Potter. My mom works at a middle school, and she talked to one of the teachers, and one of the teachers was just like, "Why did you name your dog after Neville Chamberlain?" Something like that. A British political guy. My mom was like, "Who's that?" But Neville is one of the good guys. And it suits him. Took him about a week to learn his name. Now he comes to it. I thought I had finally known his tells for when he's asking to go to the bathroom. But then I guess I just didn't notice it yesterday and he peed in my house. And whenever Neville like asks to go to the bathroom, he like paces like to me to the door.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I just didn't notice it in that time.
You learn.
Yeah, so I'm learning. I just felt bad for him. But prior to that, it had been like a week since he peed in my house. And I was like, yes! And I was like, ah! But he's good. So during the week, I go to bed at like 8 o'clock, and he's gotten used to that. But on the weekend, this past weekend, I stayed up a little later than that, and Neville was looking at me like, Mom, it's time to go to bed. Why are you still up? But he's funny. Having a Dane is very different than having a lab. I also have a pet rat, and he does not know what it is. He's looking at this rat like, why is this squeaky toy moving? But he's not like so interested that he's going after him. He's just looking at him like, this is so weird. Why do you have this in your house? Yeah. Gabby arrived today, I saw.
Yes,
She
she's
is-
loose in the.
Yep.
Do we have any room in the ICU house?
At night, I believe 4 dogs go in there.
Okay. In other words, no.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope she doesn't get out from where she is.
Yeah. She is such a sweet dog.
Gabby is, yes.
Yeah. So she's hanging in there with May and Rabbit.
She's the one loose in the sofa. She's loose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does anyone have any other questions for me today? I'm sorry I was not on last week.
Oh.
Good job, everybody.
Okay, well, you entertain them. I'm going. We'll take it out.
All right. So I can't wait till Neville is finally healed from, I think it's a bone in his knee that broke. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because he's just so bored in my house. Like, I can't even take him on a walk. So whenever I take him outside, it's like out to pee, out to poop, and then back in. And he's just like, why? I just want to run around. He keeps trying to play with my dogs. So I can't really entertain him, so he just sleeps all the time.
It's okay, Chaos.
So he just sleeps a lot. He keeps stealing my stuffed animals from my room. So I have just given in to some of the stuffed animals that he takes, but others I'm like, no, the ones over here are yours. The ones over here are mine. So the question is, you said Danes are different than Labs. How are they different? So, I don't know. Danes are, I feel like they're more like people than Labs are.
How are you?
So Danes, they like seem to like understand you when you're talking. And at least my Dane is so interested in where I'm going. I get up and he's up. He always has his eye on me. And then my dogs, they're just, all they care about is the next time they're getting fed. Like, they love us and they care for us a lot. But, They just are like, oh, are you getting up to get food? Okay, then I'll get up. Or they're just not by my side all the time. I don't know. Danes, I don't know how to describe it. Danes are just different. Neville, I don't know. He would follow me anywhere, and outside, if I let him off leash, he'll just stick by me. Like, why would I ever want to run away? And then my two dogs are like, squirrel, and then would definitely chase after it. Even if there's not a squirrel there, one of my dogs would just take off and not want to come back. So, I don't know. I feel Danes definitely just bond with their one person a lot more than Labs do.
How are we doing? Everybody happy?
Will Neville be a demo dog when his leg heals? I'm guessing not, just because we have enough demo dogs. We have Noelle, Soph, Walter. We probably have other demo dogs, so he'll probably just be a dog. He still retains all of what he learned when he was still in training. So he just makes for a really well-behaved dog. But yeah, I'm not gonna like take him into stores or anything. That's very nice that your lab picked you out and stayed by you all the time. I feel like they're definitely more family dogs, though, than Danes. Danes pick their own person, and they like the rest of their family. But labs, they feel like they treat everyone pretty equally. I do not know what time Bray Talk is tomorrow. I think Tracy said 3, but I am not sure. But I'm sure you'll find out tomorrow. I do not know when Butterscotch is going to her home. I don't even think I knew that she had another home. But I'm sure she'll be a lot happier than being here. She doesn't seem to like being here very much. Especially now that she doesn't get her daily grain, because she's not pregnant, even though we thought she was. Alright, I'm gonna sign off. I hope you all have a phenomenal day. And I will see you probably Thursday.